it's not like I'm rushed to do all of this. 2 o'clock in the afternoon already, game time. Did we look at what's for sale at the store? I don't think I did. Cool. Okay. And back over here. Talking of Farm Sim 25, I am not 100% certain whether I've been seeing Giants are releasing individual pieces of equipment on the Mod Hub, which are pieces we were formerly had available to play with in Farm Sim 22. Now, for quite a while, oh, we're out. Okay. For quite a while now, we've had the Horse Aggravation Pack has been released every year for, or every game. Since at least Farm Sim 19, it may even been Farm Sim 17 that we saw the first Aggravation Pack. Now, I've seen they've been releasing a bunch of horse equipment into Farm Sim 22 as individual mods, but I'm not sure whether they're just former basic game mods or basic game equipment that they didn't include in Farm Sim 25 as release, but they have been working over to include them in the game. So if we go here and here and maybe here. See, these things are all horse aggravation pieces of equipment. Actually, I'm not seeing any horse equipment base game. Harrows? No, it looks like the Kern. So that, what I'm finding here is kind of what's getting me wondering. These are all horse aggravation, these are other mods, and these are all base game. I don't think there was fertilizer spreaders. Oh, I got a bunch of those. Oh. Manure spreaders. Yeah. Don't know. Subsoilers? No. Maybe planters. Last thing is planters. Horse aggravation. But we're seeing horse equipment in Farm Sim 20 being released as mods in Farm Sim 25. If they are the pieces of equipment that we've had as part of the horse aggravation pack, I would speculate we're not going to see a horse aggravation pack for Farm Sim 25 with their sort of horse scientific map. The map they use to, yeah, the farm that Horse used to test all their fancy stuff. That may not be coming to Farm Sim 25. But I need to do a side-by-side look to see. I do know how I can check what I'm wondering. Bear with me a second. Woo. Don't go fast and turn at the same time. It's very bad. Okay, if I go here to tags and horse. Yes, see, there's this piece and this piece are not horse aggravation. What is that? The disc harrows, okay. But everything else is, and was released in one enhancement pack. So I don't know if what they've been releasing lately has been aggravation stuff, or whether it's been base game stuff. And obviously, looking at that, there were only 2 base game horse tools in Farm Sim 19. Sorry, Farm Sim 22. I think we've had more in the past. But potentially there could be more, or they may not be doing the aggravation pack. I don't mind. I mean, one of the things I like about having an equipment pack is that all of the equipment is one select on the select what mods you want to play with, and so when we had the Vicon and Glenleathann DLC pack, you got all of that equipment in one pack, which was really nice. You just, what mods do you want to play with on this map? You select the map, you get a list of mods, and you can just checkbox against things. Usually not a good idea to do hey, I'm going to select everything, because everything is just way too much and can slow down the game loading. It also makes it a pain in the butt to search through for equipment that you're never going to use on this farm, for example. So when there's individual pieces of equipment, if in Farm Sim 25 I want to include a fleet of class tractors, I get the 400 as base game. The 600 is a mod, the 800 is a mod, the 900 is a mod, the 900 with tracks is a mod, and the Zerion is a mod. The 2022 or 2025 Zerion is not a mod, it's in base game. But I then have to search through the list of mods to find them all. And that meant that because we got the Glenleathann Vicon DLC back in Farm Sim 19, when Farm Sim 22 was released, they did not include any of that equipment in the base game. It was all added as single mods. So you have to go and check off every single one that you want to use. Okay, we're done with that. Turn that off, turn that off. But they released the orange tractors. The Kubota tractors were released as a pack, or as a DLC. Yay! And then somebody else released all of the Vicon Glenleathann equipment from Farm Sim 19, painted orange with Kubota things on the side. So, in a single mod pack, Kubota equipment pack, there's this, and if I go to the tags, and HK comes after H, Kubota, and I select here. This is the Kubota DLC, which we got the 4 tractors and the skid steers and front loaders and little ride around cars and all of those. And then we got the Kubota equipment back. Now this was all Vicon Glenleathann in Farm Sim 19. It's a single pack, so by selecting one mod I get all of these. They happen to be orange. If I prefer red, I'm going to have to go off and checkbox the red ones. But you know, base game Vicon. I don't think I've got any Vicon mods loaded. So if we look here, that's base game. That's the only thing we have from Vicon. If we go to Glenleathann, we got that. And we got some of the planters and seeders, and we got a wrapper. But we didn't get, and the thing with the Vicon Glenleathann pack, that's the first one we got that gave us the fast bale. So rather than downloading this and downloading that and downloading, I think those two came in one mod, downloading that, yeah, just downloading all of them individually and then selecting them all of them individually, I just decided, we're going to go orange because it's one mod, I get them all, and it's I don't have to say, well, what happened to the fast bale? Oh, I forgot to select it. No, it's all right there, all where it needs to be. So we're good. Are you kidding me? Okay, so apparently the lime spreader needs to be filled again. And there it is. Okay, well, I'm going to put this on this lane at the end here. Because I don't need this right now. And we could probably turn off the GPS because that's not really needed right away either. And here we are. Oh, dang. So the outside of the field needed more lime than the middle bits. All the middle bits aren't that big. You just clear lots of rows as you're going. And once the lime spreading in this field is done, we can go off to we can get the sprayer spraying. And I have noticed we spent a lot of money on things, expensive things. What's the things that we are spending money on? Construction costs 70,000, new vehicles 121. 155. Looks like I bought a new vehicle in March and a new vehicle in May. Running costs, repairs, wage payments. Is lime a construction cost? Maybe it is. So I think we've probably spent about 70,000 just on consumables for the farm. The fertilizer, fertilizer was 60,000. The lime isn't quite so expensive, but we do go through a lot more of it. Okay. Anyway. Go find where we were. Get this started again. The lime levels on this field are now looking very nice and green. Okay, you're there and go. So, who's taking command this time? Hey, young dude in shorts. Does he have a hat? Did you have a hat? No. Hatless. Okay, you have 8.5 more minutes to do, and still over half of the waypoints. More of the waypoints close together at the edge because of stuff. Anyway, let us find some other vehicle, not that one. Gone round once, I think. There we go. That is full. Alright. So, I'll take this over here. So again, this won't use a lot of fertilizer based on, because it's grass. It will use a lot of fertilizer based on this field is freaking huge and it's going to take a bit. So, no course. Number of headlands. I'll let you do 2. Do centre first. Number of round corners 2. Do it. And see, this is like start here, go down there, go up there, and it looks like you go up to there and then up to there, spray that bit, spray that bit, spray that bit, and then round twice done. So very, very quick job, but because it's got such a wide working width, it's going to catch up the lime spreader way before that finishes. So we're just going to park this here and turn that off. Who's next? So that looks like he's still got about 3 headlands. He's about to work out to the second one. Well, let's sit with him and see how far. Well, it might be the last one. Yeah. Okay, so he's on the last lap and 6 minutes it's going to take him to do that. Meanwhile, what am I doing? Man truck, yes. Right hand drive man truck. And man truck doesn't use GPS courseplay. It does use an engine though, so let's get the engine turned on. Let's go backwards. And I think, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a lot of the B stuff, but not all of it. And we'll make a trip to the store. So I believe it's that button there. Then I do have to go to the keyboard. Start loading. Left shift R. Boo, boo, boo. So that is most of them. Do I want to take those 5 as well? No, actually, no. Can shut that off. So that is what, 8,800 litres of honey. We'll take that down to the grocery store and they can sell that. And I'm going to do a couple of loops of the world now in the truck. and we'll start getting the bakery and or the other place filled up. The dairy. Now, the bakery is southwesterly point on the map, so that's quite a trek. And the dairy is, we'll be driving, oh dear, wobbly wobbly, bouncy bouncy, stay on your wheels. There we go. Yeah, so grain mill is quite convenient for where we are. I don't know what the, we'll send the lime spreader out to that field first. And then, because it's a combo field, we may not have, well, we did harvest both of them. One had sunflowers, one had, oof, good grief. One had sunflowers, one had barley in it, I want to say. They were lousy crops, but it did get us. Both fields should require lime and fertilizer and just everything needed to get it where it needs to be. Okay. Honey is unstable, so take the corners easy, I guess. But honey pallets are very small, so it doesn't take much to fill one up. And our bees are really quite busy. Okay, here we go. Zip. And 17,000. Looks like our environmental score might be somewhere in the region of 11%. Okay, so that one is done. Next stop, the flour mill. Oh, I do want to, I will check, while we're loading up with flour, I will check the what's it? The recipes at the dairy. I think we want pasteurized milk. I'm not sure I need natural milk at the bakery. We'll check. I know none of the productions I'm looking at use soy milk, so I wasn't planning on planting a field of soybeans. However, I could buy a small field and just make some soy milk if I feel like it. Okay, and that was where I wanted to be. Okay, so let's go look at productions. This is the production. So sunflower oil, we have stuff. Flour mill I'm pulling out. We've got 62,000 litres, so one truckload is 30. The dairy, okay. Butter uses milk. Cheese uses milk. Pasteurized milk uses milk and water. It's probably going to need some water. Chocolate needs pasteurized milk, yeast and sugar. Yogurt uses pasteurized milk, sugar and strawberries. Soy milk uses soybeans and water. So we are going to need to feed this with water. We are going to make pasteurized milk.